Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Tea and Tarot Time with Julie. I'm Julie Poole. Thank you for being here. Welcome or welcome back. Happy equinox to you all. Spring, autumn, equinox, or autumn, fall equinox. For us in the Northern Hemisphere, it's our autumn. I'm in Britain, we call it autumn, our equinox, but I haven't forgotten about my beautiful people in the Southern Hemisphere who are just going into your spring. The jumpers are back out. It is definitely autumn here, and it's quite chilly here in the UK, but beautiful, bright and sunny, which is lovely. All right, my lovely people, enough waffle. Let's have a little look what's going on. This is a message for the collective for the coming week, okay? The collective. This is basically for everybody. Doesn't matter what sign you are. This is the energy that we are currently in. And this is for the 26th of September, these last few days before we go into October here. Well, including up until the first few days of October. All right, my lovely people, let's see what we have got. Okay, tell me what's going on for the collective. Right, we've got the Six of Wands, a victory, with the Three of Swords, not so victory. But we've got the healing card, the Temperance, coming in with that beautiful balance. Okay, we've got faith, the Chariot, and the Nine of Swords. Okay, I'm going to pause there because I want some other decks and we're going to clarify these as well. Okay, the faith is the Hierophant or the Pope. It's got lots of different names, or the High Priest, same sort of thing. All right, we'll look at that in a minute. I'm looking at my decks over here and asking Spirit which ones they want me to use. We're going to have a few. Okay, this is the Wisdom of the Oracle. All right, now another shuffle. Oh, that one. Okay, thank you. Fork in the road. Okay, fork in the road means we're going in a slightly different direction. Tell me more. This is the Energy Oracle. All the cards I use are linked below, by the way. Oh, hello, we've got happy families. That's nice. Okay, that's a kind of combination of the Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Happy families. All right. What else do you want? You want an Animal Oracle. Okay. I think that's it. Oh no, we want some affirmations as well. They're chatty today. They're chatty this week, actually. I've just started doing your October readings for each of the 12 signs, and a lot of cards coming out. A lot. Okay. For the collective, we have Brown Bear Spirit. Take time out. Yes, I concur. Okay, I concur. Let's get you an Australian Animal Oracle as well. I want to get a different range because it helps kind of clarify, and we're going to use another tarot deck as well. That's the one we want. Okie dokie. Wattlebird, be true to yourself. All right, number 31. That's a 4. 4s are about your foundations. Okay, right. Now, let's get you an affirmation as well. These are the Everyday Spirit Guide affirmation cards. That one. Free yourself. It's time to make a decision. Follow your heart. Sometimes screaming helps. I do like the humour on these cards. Free yourself. It's time to make a decision. Follow your heart. Sometimes screaming helps. Follow your heart. That's really important, okay? Because a lot of the time when we're making a decision, our head wants to jump in and tell us what to do. And our head is usually based on the past, all right? Because this is the way psychology works. Our brain is wired to keep us in protection and survival mode, and it will always base decisions on the past. Well, that didn't work before, so don't do it again. Yeah, but perhaps I didn't have the skills then, and I do now. But things have changed, you know. So your heart is the center of your soul. It is the center of your higher self energy, all right? It all kind of filters down into the heart. So when you listen to your heart, that's where the true guidance is. I want you to listen to your heart, okay? Right, so let's have a look at this then. So Brown Bear is telling us to take some time out. September has been pretty intense for most of us, okay? I'm a Virgo. I found it very intense, especially that first eclipse in Pisces. So, you know, how have you found it? Eclipses for everybody are, a big kind of portal of change where things kind of crack open and things need to drain away. So how have you found it? Have you, the amount of changes that I'm considering making that are in plans in place that are going to be kicking in over the next few weeks to do with my website, my business, the way it's structured, everything is like, huge changes, and it feels absolutely right. What about you? What's this brought up for you? All right, because when we go through that kind of shift and change, it can leave us quite exhausted because of all that intense focused energy. So I want you to take some time out, be true to yourself. All right, so what does yourself need? What does your body need? What does your mind need? Do you need to just take a day off? Do you need to just go for a walk in nature? Do you want to just curl up with a book? What do you need? Take some time out, right? Because as we step back, it enables us to reboot and reset, and then we can come into a different perspective and we can see much more clearly. Now, they're asking you to free yourself from something that is tying you down and holding you back. That could be a relationship, a job, debts. That could be overcommitments financially, overcommitments practically. I can't, I haven't got any time for myself because I'm so busy with all my obligations and commitments, but it's killing me and my health is wrecked because of it. What do you need to free yourself from? It could also be a habit, a behavior, a way of eating, any of that. Have a good look, because the energy is we need to free ourselves and go in a different direction. The fork in the road card here. Fork in the road, for those, we call it that over here, a fork in the road. You might not call it that in your country, but a fork isn't a complete right turn or left turn, and it's not an about turn. It's just going off on a slightly different angle. So we're not necessarily looking at making huge changes, but a little change can have a long-term bigger impact. Think about a ship, all right, a big cruise liner. It only has to change 1 degree and it'll end up hundreds of miles away from where it was going to be. All right, so you don't necessarily have to make massive changes. Those little ones can make all the difference. Yeah. So what is your fork in the road? What are you going to do slightly different that is going to help you to come into this energy? This is a beautiful card. All right. Now, yes, it says happy families on it. Let me get it to focus so you can see it. And we've got a mum and dad and 2 kids. Number 4. 4s are about our foundations. We've got the beach and the sea and the rainbow, and it's all beautiful. Now, many of you don't have those happy families, and that's all right. It's not all about the focus is on, well, I haven't got a partner and my children have grown up and gone, or I never had children, so this doesn't apply to me. That what applies to you here is that sense of wholeness, because that's what the card implies, right? The rainbow is implying that we've been through a storm and now the sun is coming out and everything is lifting and everything's brighter, which I would absolutely agree with the week after the eclipse, which is where we're at. So yes, it's about things are getting lighter and brighter. The family represents the wholeness, having it all, having everything that I need, the happiness, the connections, the love, all the rest of it. Yeah, we don't necessarily need to have a family for that. All right, many of you don't, and that doesn't mean you can't access happiness. It's saying, well, who is my family? My family might be my furry family, my pets. It might be my neighbors. It might be my relationship with Source, with God, with the universe, with my angels, with myself. The point is, am I happy and fulfilled? That's what we're going towards. So to get there, this is what the tarot is saying. We want to get there by, first of all, recognizing yourself. Recognize your achievements. Be proud of yourself. The 6 of Wands, he's there, on the balcony, arms in the air. Look at me. I'm a star. I'm amazing. Woohoo. And everybody is down there looking up at him, cheering him, right? Celebrating him. He's come back from battle from the 5 of Wands and he won. And he worked hard for it. And so he's being seen and recognized. So first of all, my beautiful collective, do you see and recognize your own achievements and how amazing you are? And do you feel utterly proud of yourself? Because you should, all right? Now, this is also about others seeing you and recognizing you. If you have family, do they see you or are you invisible? Do they appreciate you or do they take you for granted? When you see and appreciate you, they will too, because the energy shifts. So I want you to really look at that in terms of your home, family, work, and yourself. See yourself, recognize yourself. This is the time to be seen and to be recognized for the amazing, beautiful person that you are. Now, we also have the faith card. As I say, that's the high priest or the pope or the hierophant. Now, he represents long-term commitments, long-term stability, contracts, marriage. It's a very spiritual card. It can be a religious card. It talks about long-term establishments. So this could be a marriage. It could be a long-term job or career or a contract that you're signing for something that is going to go a long, long way, like a mortgage or a contract in a partnership or an agreement of some kind. This looks extremely positive. So those of you who have done kind of all the reckoning in September with these eclipses, the astrologers say that the eclipse time isn't necessarily the time to start the new project, the new thing, but it's the time when you're reevaluating, planning, plotting, and then come October, it'll all start falling into place. Now, this reading is for the last few days of September and the first few days of October, so we're going to start finding things falling into place. Now, we've got the Three of Swords with the Seven, with the Chariot, right? The major arcana. We've got 3 out of 6 major arcana, a lot of power here. Now, the Three of Swords is obviously a card of upset and tears and sadness. Now, this might be recent or it might be old stuff. But the Chariot underneath it is saying it's time for you to move on. This is a card of victory and success. Now we've got success here as well and recognition. Now we're moving on because the Chariot, as the brakes are off, we're moving forward purely with our will, our determination. We're moving forward now into something new. So we're going to leave this behind, this Three of Swords, and we're going to trust that we're ready to move forward into something better. Now we've got the Temperance card with the Nine of Swords. Temperance is healing, balance, moderation, and the Nine of Swords is anxiety, worry, sleepless nights, stress. So have you been living a life that's very stressful, very exhausting? We've got the take time out. So this would suggest perhaps you're not sleeping well, or you haven't been sleeping well through these eclipses, or because of some circumstantial changes that have been affecting your sleep and health and well-being. The Temperance is coming in to start balancing that out, moderating it out, bringing things into equilibrium. So we don't expect the stress to go buff overnight. It might do. But what we're doing is aiming to reduce it, to say, okay, we talked here about perhaps an overcommitment of obligations, responsibilities, worrying about other people, the freeing yourself from those things, right? Am I lying awake at night worrying about my family, worrying about what my kids are doing or my mum's doing? It's like, right, look, just let go, free yourself. And there's a decision to be made here because it says it's time to make a decision. Follow your heart. So let's look at those decisions then. What decisions is it for you that is going to take you in a slightly different direction, that is going to ease the stress and ease the upset? Because this is time. The Chariot and the Temperance card are saying it's time to move on from the stress and from the heartache. It's time to step into the victory. It's time for you. I was just listening to my team there. It's time for you. Okay? True to self. Okay? Birds in Oracle and Tarot represent communication. Be true to yourself. Talk to yourself. Journal. Write. What do I want? What do I need? What's good for me? What's bad for me? What's getting in the way? Communicate with yourself. Be true to yourself and free yourself from whatever is in the way. Okay? Anything else? No, we're going to add some angel cards now. This is the Oracle of the Angels. I think we want 2. No, we don't. They want a unicorn card. Okay. This is the Magic of the Unicorns, Diana Cooper. We don't want all of those. Thank you. We're just one, please. Just the one. Cosmic Ruby. Be a peace ambassador. Let me show you this. 32 is a 5. 5s are about change, okay? Be a peace ambassador. Practice cosmic mastery. So when we look at this peace ambassador with the temperance, which is healing the stress, yes? When we're in stress, we're not at peace, are we? So what do we need to do to get into the peace? So I want you to make that your mantra for this week. I am a peace ambassador. Everything I am moves me more into peace. Everything I do moves me more into peace. I am aligned with peace. And from the angels, we have opportunity. Number 21. 21 is a 3. 3s are about growth and opportunities. All right. So here we have the opportunity coming in with that Hierophant and that success victory card. This is a beautiful opportunity coming your way now. So I want you to be open to them. This opportunity is likely to go all the way, be very secure, very stable, and very lasting. So get into the energy of peace and trust. Free yourself from that which is holding you back. Take some time out where you need to and allow yourself to come into your sense of self. All right, my beautiful people, that is what I have for you for this coming week for the collective. I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for letting me read for you. You have an amazing weekend, an amazing week. I'll see you next Friday. And be looking out now for your particular sign for October's general tarot guidance. All right, I'll see you soon. You take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.